Hey everybody, it's Kevin. I'd like to do an update of the garden. We're midsummer. So in my earlier video I showed you planting everything. Let's start over here. So I have my dill. It's about waist high, doing really good. And then we go into cucamelons. These are new for me this year. If you've never had a cucamelon, I recommend them. They're really cool. They taste great. Let's see if I can zoom in on one. It's about the size of your thumbnail. These tiny little, looks like watermelons, tastes like cucumber. And they've really done well here. They've taken over a whole cattle panel. Next to that I have my cucumbers growing. So I've been harvesting a lot of cucumbers. I've made pickles, cucumber salads. They're doing really well. Here we have broccoli, red onions, cilantro, and then into my peppers. Got a lot of peppers growing. Over here we got basil. It's about knee high, big and bushed out. We're going to trim that back today and dry it out for use later. Here's a row of my tomatoes. Not as many as I would like to have, but got 5 up front here and then a couple more in the back. Next year I'm going to do a lot more. And then we have 1, 2, 3 rows of herbs. Back here are my potato towers. So they're doing really well. They put out a lot of plant material. They've compacted down a lot over the summer. So maybe overfill them a little bit next time. I'll try that. I stopped below the top. I would say somewhere in that range. And they've dropped at least 6 inches from compaction of the watering it all year. So I did 2 of those. Let's check out the other one here. This one has a ton of plant growage also. It's been really nice. I've only had to weed it a couple times. I'm excited to harvest those soon. Down here, this is my hazelnut tree. I got one here and one back there. So this is their first year. Doing pretty good in my book. First year. So this is my second batch of peppers that we put in. There's about 10 of them here. Here's our watermelon. And it's hard to see through the weeds. But look right there, guys. There's 2 watermelons coming out on this vine. Here's the second one. We'll see how them do. Peppers, peppers. Ground cherries. Anybody grow these ground cherries? They're really good. Let's see if I can find one. So they kind of come wrapped in their own little paper. There's about 30 feet of valerian, part of our herbal business. Back here I tried artichokes. I didn't know if they would actually grow here in Wisconsin. They seem a little small to me, but they're growing. There's the heart coming up. Over here I got more potatoes. So these are my potato buckets. They seem to be doing really well. One of them only put up one little shoot. But the rest of them are full of plant material. So I'm hoping to get a lot of potatoes out of these. Here are my back raised beds. This is my water system for back here. So over there in that clump of green next to the garage, there is a water tank. So rainwater comes off the roof down into that tank, and then those tanks feed all these barrels here. Here we have Tulsi or holy basil. We've already harvested it twice. There's a volunteer tomato I let go. My garlic is ready to harvest. Beautiful, right? Super pollinator in the yard. Check out this other addition that we got this year. Like, what's this fenced in thing back here? Let's go in and say hi to him, huh? Here we are. We now have 9 chickens. Are they camera shy? What's up, girls? So those are our smallest ones, those 4. And we have some really big ones. They're all camera shy. So I'll be expanding their run out the backside here so they can get a little more free range room. Continuing the tour after the chickens, get into our wild garden, just kind of like a prairie. We let it go. We have our Archangelica that finished out the year already. Now they're seeding. We'll be digging up the roots of those. Over here, those top ones are Jerusalem artichokes. And I got a big burdock there. More tomatoes. I love me some tomatoes. I eat a lot of salads, so. Sugar snap peas. Look at this one tomato. It is so huge. Elderberry. It's as tall as the power lines. That's our big mama there. She produces a lot of berries for us. Back here we have coltsfoot. Bees hard at work. Butterflies all over in the yard. Wild lettuce. Ooh. I scared it off. Butterflies all over. It's my solar dehydrator. Here's a witch hazel tree. It's like a jungle back here. All our plum trees. Super overgrown. Don't really produce any plums. My girls again. I'm going to cut a little opening in the fence and then have a run out this way for them where they can play on the bridge and go out back here.